So let's just leave this in a good shape. Live long and prosper, people, and have a great day. And I'll probably do some more lightning rounds. I don't know if I might even do something again later if I'm feeling up to it. This. So what do we have left? We have all of August, all of September, and pretty much all of October. So there's about 3 months left now. It's a lot of time and also not a lot of time at the same time. So now's a good time to start pacing out what you're doing and trying to fine tuning it. If you're doing this by yourself, try to. The most important thing is to have your discipline up and be consistent and make sure you're using good sources of material. I don't really recommend a book because a lot of the books have problems, but there's other ways to do this, including hiring me, obviously. So I'm biased, but I truly do believe, even notwithstanding my bias, that people should hire a tutor at some point, even if it's at the very end. I can't tell you how many kids and families I see, even families who have the money for it, who say, no, he's getting along fine, no, he got 100 and all the things, and afterwards they say, oh, he didn't get a score, and now we want to go in because you can actually check to see your answers. You have to send a special inquiry to do that. And they go in at the end to find out which problems the kid got wrong. And that's upside down. That's backwards. That's not the way you should be doing it. Don't take the test, not get the cutoff score, and then decide you want to see where your strengths and weaknesses are. You have to do them on the other side. So I crawl into kids' brains. Not only can I solve a lot of the problems, but I can crawl into kids' brains, figure out what their strengths and weaknesses are, work on a pacing strategy, work on a strategy of how to even start a test. You don't necessarily start in problem one and just go. Okay? Which section do I start? Which kind of problem do I do? There's the grid-ins, there's the grammar, there's the reading comprehension. There's a whole bunch of things you need to figure out and do here, involved in getting to where you need to be. Where hiring a tutor is just the right thing to do. And don't think you can do it in an hour. Don't hire a tutor for one session at the very end. You have to do 3 or 4 at the end. And they have to be for an hour and a half. You could see something like this chart problem. It probably took me 20 minutes to do that if I do it replay. So, and if you have a kid asking questions, sometimes you could do one problem and take an hour for a kid who doesn't know the topic or something like that. So there's not a lot done you can get done. And if there's 10 topics, that's a lot that's going to go on there. Now, do you have to cut through the chase off? Then yes, right? You can't go on indefinitely and beating these things to death, to death, to death, to death, to death. But that's basically the deal. So I would suggest to anybody. In fact, I would suggest to you that even if you're going to a tutoring center or you have a tutor already, hire me anyway. All right? It's always worth getting a second viewpoint because some tutors only concentrate on certain things. Some have specializations. Some believe certain parts are worth more than others, and somebody else doesn't. And what's important is to get the mix. That's why you might ask me, like, which book is best? Get more than one book. Don't just use one book, right? Even though I'm not suggesting one. I mean, it's the top 3. If you get one of the top 3, get a second of the top 3. Or go online and get another source. Even sometimes a weak source. But a problem with a lot of the sources, even good ones, is there's errors, and they make cookie cutter books. So they might take a book for, the SAT and just kind of wiggle it around and make it for the ISEE. And then wiggle it around and make it for the SHSAT. That's not the best thing there to do. And you could argue I'm doing that slightly with some of the examples. Like you're tutoring for the SHSAT, but I have examples I use when I tutor kids. If I do them online, then I don't have those examples anymore. All right, so I'm chasing my tail here. I'm also giving you topics. What I'm trying to do with some of these YouTubes is less the exact problems than trying to get you guys to be cognitively aware and getting the savvy of problem-solving savvy and trying to go out of the box, right? So at one level, we're doing this at the atomic level. We're low down to a specific problem, but I want you guys to back off and address this more higher up. Am I studying properly? Am I eating healthy? Am I sleeping healthy? Right? All these kind of things. Am I doing this without any distractions? That's just as important as knowing what the range means. It really is. And a lot of families don't consider that when they're like, Oh, he's taken the test and he tells me he gets 100. Well, what if he's really not? And I have to say, every kid I tutor is the same way. Whether I'm doing a kid anew or not. Oh yeah, I did a practice test. I almost got 100. All right, let's sit down and go over some of the examples. And this one's wrong, that one's wrong, that one's wrong, that one's wrong. Oh, my dad checked it for me. Well, your dad's not going to SUSAP. Your dad graduated 25 years ago. So I graduated more than that, but this is what I do, and I'm expert at it. So, all right, I'm beating this to death. Again, live long and prosper. And if you guys have any questions, hit me up at Greg's Tutoring NYC at gmail.com. And let me pop that up just before I go. It's not really going to show there. Okay, hit me up an email, bros. All right, everybody, have a great day.